Hello everybody, I'm El Bristow and you're watching Ellitopia Gaming, and we are back with Kerbal Space Program Live. This week we are starting on a new long-term mission. Now if you were watching last week's stream, you will know that in the technology tree we finally unlocked this top tier science node, which unlocks all these parts for building up a colony on another planet. And that is our long-term goal. We are going to be putting a colony on another planet, or perhaps another moon. I think our first target is probably going to be Minmus. The reason it is probably going to be Minmus is we have once sent a probe to Minmus, and we know that there is Kethane on Minmus. We will need to send another scanner to scan for the resources that the colonization mod needs, and those resources are minerals, ores and water and things like that. So that is what we are going to be exploring in today's stream. Now to do that we're going to need to build a probe. Before we build that probe, we do have 360 science points available to spend. So, should we spend them? Yeah, I'm going to go for the spaceplane stuff. And we will attempt a spaceplane, or at least a jet-fueled launch. Dingbat, I have actually tweaked the Kethane mod so that you guys don't have to wait for it to scan. I have changed the settings in the mod so that the scanners scan quicker. Yeah, I'm going for the spaceplane stuff. We're going to unlock the spaceplane stuff. There we go. That will give us access to further spaceplane stuff, which will be interesting to investigate later. But with the spaceplane stuff, we can have a look to see if we can send something to Minmus via spaceplane. So, this we have just unlocked. This is the wonderful Mark II reusable pod. Versatile two-seat cockpit, one of the most beautiful pieces of equipment produced by Kerbal engineers to date. Blueprints were referenced from the finest pencil drawings of space shuttles, and thermal protection tiles were painted over the hull in such an intricate detail that you can barely tell them apart from the real thing. It has a crew capacity of 4, crash tolerance of 45 meters a second, so if we nosedive into the planet we shouldn't be too poorly off. Minimum crew to operate 1. It has a torque of 5. That's quite high. Active heat shield, yes. Thruster power. It has thrusters built in, does it? That's very interesting. I didn't know that. Where are they then? Those bits on the front there, and on the side. That's very, very handy. Are there any on the bottom? I don't see any. Or are they? Oh, are they like pointing downwards? Very interesting. I like that. So we don't have to put RCS thrusters on that. Excellent, excellent. So what else do we want? We want some kind of body for it. We will see. We will see. We are going to... First of all, we're going to see who we've got crewing this thing. Jobadiah, Kerhat, Malgas and Herwell. Well, we don't want to sacrifice all of them. Jobadiah can stay behind. We'll send Kerhat. Kerhat. Lovely. Kerhat Kerman. In the Crashalot Spaceplane, we are going to save it and we are going to send it out for a launch. And I've just realised that I didn't set up any control groups, any action groups. And they are going to be quite important. So the first thing we're going to do with this spaceplane is take it back to the spaceplane hangar and set up some action groups. It does not look at all stable. It's nicely balanced. What's going on with that wheel? I think these wheels maybe need to go back slightly. Yeah, so revert to spaceplane hangar. Okay, so we'll move those wheels back very slightly. Something like that. Oh yeah, okay, the centre of mass was further back because of the extra engines and things. So, action group, here we go. Right, custom 1. That one, toggle. That one, toggle. That one, toggle. Custom 2, that one, toggle. And that's both of them, okay. Custom 3, that one, toggle. That one, toggle. That one, toggle. And both of those toggle all together. So it's 3 action groups. Yeah, okay. Out, Kerhat in the pilot seat, save, and back out to the launch pad. Bear in mind, throughout this career, throughout this series, we have not used quick loading, quick saving. We do not revert flights. So if this crashes, we lose the Kerbal. Plain and simple. So, well, it looks more stable this time. It's pointing up slightly, which might be handy. Let's see what happens when we hit 1 and activate those 3 engines. Turn on our SAS and we will increase our throttle. Come on, Kerhat. Let's see if we can get this thing in the air. 50 metres a second. It's not bad. Yeah, okay, so we're picking up some speed. Let's see if we can get this thing off the ground. Oh! Ah! Ooh! Well... It's off the ground. But we lost 2 of our engines. And we are really struggling to stay level for some reason. So, we're gonna... Whoa, okay, yeah. Flying, not so much. Thank you, Kerhat. You served your purpose perfectly. Let's go back to the Space Centre. We'll go back to the hangar and see if we can take off without knocking the engines off. not bad, not bad. Still pointing up very slightly, but much more stable there. So, SAS on, throttle, no, not throttle first. Engines activated first. I do have a bad feeling, but here we go, let's give this a go. Throttle up. $50 meters a second. I want to see if this thing takes off like on its own. 90, 100. Is it lifting? No, I'm going to have to pull up. Oh dear, it's not going up at all. Come on. Oof. Okay, not ideal, but it has lifted off. There we go. We are on the way. Where's our air intake on here? 0.4. Lovely. Oh, gear up. There we go. Onward and upward. As we go up through the clouds, let's see how Oddbury's doing in his cockpit. We've not looked at this cockpit before because this is a new one. He's got a nice little, that looks like a docking port display there. Nice computerised cockpit, this one. A nice view. Can't really see much of the ground. What's he reading? Important papers and crosswords. Okay. Yeah, nice. What's that? Replace before flight. Ah, okay. I'm not sure what he was supposed to have replaced before flight. Possibly the pilot. Never. Can't quite read that one. Interesting though. We've got a climb rate, radar altitude, sea altitude, speed, heading. We are losing heading slightly, but looking good, looking good. Okay, let's head back outside. Moving around a little bit there. Whoa, what's going on there? Bring our throttle down a second. I think that's... Why are we spinning off to one side? We are now losing altitude, which is not what we want, so we're going to have to point us up a bit. Come on, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. I've got very little control over this thing at all. Oh dear. That was an air shortage. Right, I'm going to switch engines and see if that helps. Oh dear. No, that really doesn't help. Scott Manley would know what to do, yeah. If only he were here now, eh? If he were here now, I'd probably ask him to tweet so that we had lots of people watching, but... Yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere with this plane, do you? Out of interest, if I put the wheels down, what does that do for us? No. I thought that had stabilised us then. Right, let's come down, let's... No, not that much. Let's see if we can bring this thing down. We're going to go for a... Whoa, preferably not that steep. See if we can go for a water landing. Or head to some land. I'm going to take us down rather steeply. This is not a successful flight, and I'm not going to spend the time trying to get this guy back home again. Sorry, Aubrey. Oh dear. Yeah, yes, we're not landing this thing. The aerodynamic stresses were just too much. Aubrey Kerman, you served us kinda well. So, let's go back to the Space Centre. We're going to take another approach. And that approach is going to be up. Let's have a look at the Final Frontier mod. We have lost two guys here, haven't we? So, Aubrey Kerman got a G-Force 4 ribbon. He's also going to get the Intersidera ribbon for being lost at sea, so to speak, and Kerhat can have the same. Okay, now we're going to go for a more classical approach. Hey there, Ron, welcome. We are going to go for a rocket instead of a space plane.